Hey guys, if you don't make at least 10 to 100 million in this bear market, that's on you. Okay? I've been screaming, literally like screaming in some videos, hoping that some of you will understand the urgency. And yet there's still people that are just, here comes Bitcoin bounce in the last couple of days. Nobody wants to short it, right? Guys, Bitcoin is about to drop for the next 11 months. If you don't take advantage of this drop, that's on you. The greatest amount of Bitcoin is about to be dumped. People are buying the dip. Okay, it is inevitable that Bitcoin is going to go back to 20, 30,000. My target on Bitcoin is 35K. Now, the issue is people are still buying the dip. People are hoping the upcoming QE is going to make the Bitcoin pump. Most of them take the context of stagflation out of the equation. Now, 8 years ago, I recorded the video when Bitcoin was at 20,000, saying it's going within 12 months to 3,000. I was spot on that, and I'm telling you exactly the same thing is about to take place again. While the rest of the world is telling you, hey, this is the greatest time to buy Bitcoin, I'm telling you this is the worst time to do it, and that it is absolutely going to collapse. Now, the difference is, of course, is your entry and your exit. As most of the people are going to watch the shit drop, and then they're going to enter the put position. Now, we entered the put positions over the weekends for $50 in certain expirations, and they're already worth 450. So we're up 9x, while the rest of the world is still thinking about what they're going to do next. And that's the difference between somebody making, a 10x trade, 20x trade, or 100x trade. So what I am telling you, though, is the market is so brainwashed. The psychological situation of the market of how many traders have been brainwashed to buy the dip is not going to end up well, okay? And what has worked in the past is not going to work this time. So the worst thing you can do is buy the dip. The main reason people think that Bitcoin is going to go higher because there's so many great things that are about to take place. Federal Reserve is about to cut rates. Federal Reserve is about to stop quantitative tightening. They're about to begin the quantitative easing. And we all know what happens to crypto during QE. Well, it's supposed to go up. Unless you look at the context, and the context is stagflation, and cutting rates and implementing QE is not the solution. It actually makes the situation worse. On top of that, crypto space have been infected by the problem of the United States bankruptcy. United States bankruptcy is inevitable. It's in the process of happening right now. And it's not clear to everyone yet, but most of the people think that United States bankruptcy will lead to Bitcoin and crypto moving higher. Well, that argument is not valid because crypto is now backed by the United States bankruptcy. Crypto is officially now backed by United States government bonds. Most of the buying that came in the last few months of 2025, between June and October, came in as a result of huge issuance in the stable coins, and stable coins by the legislation have to be backed up by United States government bonds, which are absolute trash. And if we're really heading into QE and interest rate cuts, the inevitable outcome is that bond market is going to collapse. And if bond markets is going to collapse, and it is the very thing that ensures the stability of the crypto market, well, what happens to the crypto market? By definition, it collapses as well. So for some reason, people somehow in their minds have established that runaway inflation is good for crypto, and somehow they're missing the link between what has changed in the crypto market. Crypto market is not the same that it was 10 years ago, 5 years ago. It's not even the same that it was 2 years ago. You have a great number of major institutional players, which are the very reason that crypto market is absolutely going to have the greatest sell pressure that we have ever seen in the crypto space. So it's important to look at the context. And if you followed the channel for the last 2 years, guys, you know we've talked about stagflation a great deal of times, many videos. So when you look at QE and rate cuts under the context of stagflation, it leads to crypto market collapse, not crypto market appreciation. So as many people are continuing to buy the dip, my argument is simple. All the gains in crypto markets that have been made over the course of last 5 years are going to be wiped out over the course of the 11 months. The liquidity is going to dry out. People are going to be desperate. People are going to continue, however, buying the dip on the way lower until they can no longer do that. So most will argue that it's the AI bubble that will crash the markets. And, they have you focus on the wrong shit. It is the crypto market collapse that's going to cause the domino effect this time. And guys, this is going to be one of the biggest collapses the financial markets have ever seen. So stop buying the fucking dip, short the fuck out of the market, stop listening to all the stupidity, have your own brain to see this, okay? There's still a chance to make. The entry now is not as good as the one we made over the weekend, but guess what? If you missed it, you still got a chance to possibly make 60, 70x, 50x. 50x trades are still there. And they're just talking about the crypto market, guys. But understand, for a minimum, next 11 months, Bitcoin is going to be dropping. It doesn't mean that it's not going to have days where it's going to bounce, but I would say, and I'm recording this on Sunday, November 30th, 2025, that crypto is not going to bottom until October next year, 2026. It may take even longer this time, but what I'm saying is people's accounts will be completely wiped out and destroyed, because as we keep dropping, the psychology of buying the dip, so many people are brainwashed with it. They're going to continue buying the dip, and then they're going to see the shit drop even more, and they're going to buy the dip again, and they're going to see the shit drop again, and they're going to lose their fucking mind when it bounces. They're going to feel happy for a moment, and then they're going to see shit drop again, and guys, people are going to be fucking wiped out. People are so brainwashed with these bull market, which we should have never had in the first place. And people are still now talking about the greatest bull market that we're fixing to get. But people don't study history. They don't look at the sequences of the patterns. They don't look at anything. They just listen to fucking garbage news. They don't take the time to make their calculations of any sort, create their opinion about the markets. It's one person following another fucking person who's got a bias about the fucking market to begin with, and the truth is never spoken. And that's why some of you are subscribed to 13 Market Moves, and some of you trade with the coach because you want to profit from the from people losing their fucking mind in the market. Because you want to call this bullshit. You want to identify those moments in the market where people are absolutely fucking blind, okay, because they refuse to do the simple math. And simple math does not add up. 2 plus 2 right now is like fucking 32. So this is the fucking moment to short. This is the moment to go big. Okay, you might have missed the short on Bitcoin at 126, you might have missed it at 120, you might have missed it at 115, you might have missed it at 108, you might have missed it at 102, you might have missed it at fucking 97. You know what? But there's no reason for you to miss it now at fucking 92, you know? So short the fuck out of it at 92. This shit is absolutely going to collapse. And, you know, Bitcoin is going to have the greatest amount of self-pressure ever seen in the history of crypto. Because you got big players that are absolutely going to have to dump their Bitcoin. So, guys, many people say how Bitcoin is going to reach 200,000, a million, and all that garbage. Now, I'm here to tell you that the price of gold will exceed the price of Bitcoin in the next 11 months. Now, you're not going to hear fucking anybody saying this. Not in November of 2025. But you come here for the truth, so I give you the fucking truth. Gold prices will exceed Bitcoin prices. And again, gold right now trades around 4,000, 4,200 to be exact. Bitcoin is trading at 92,000, 91,800 to be exact. And I'm telling you that in the next 11 months, gold prices will be higher than Bitcoin prices. So you may have a situation where, let's say, Bitcoin trades at 25,000 and gold is trading at 28,000. You may have a situation where Bitcoin trades at 16,000, gold is trading at 19,000. But the point is, and I'm not going to go into all the details of this, but I'll devote a separate podcast to that. But just understand that in stagflation, your highest performing market sector is gold. And anything that is normally associated to do well with lower rates and QE is not going to do well. For that reason, we're about to see the highest ratio we have seen in the last 15 years of gold versus Bitcoin. And this reversal is going to be huge. And majority of the people are not ready for it. So, of course, the biggest money will be made on the short of Bitcoin, not necessarily going long gold, but guys, if you want to understand how exactly you can still put together 50x on these trades, or a combination of putting together Bitcoin short, gold long, you need to know specific strikes. You need to know specific expirations on your options. Make sure you get in touch with the 13 Market Moves coach today on November 30th before it's too late. Let's roll.